We have forgotten our values as a society. The whole reason society has come together, or why humans created society, was to make life easier for the rest of us. But the problem is, I am seeing an increase of how life seems to be getting harder for everyone. And there is a few reasons. One of the reasons is that we have forgotten what society again is for, and most people go to work just getting paychecks and not thinking about, oh, like what I'm doing affects literally everyone else around me. No one thinks about this. No one We have lost awareness and our communication and our connection to one another. And it's almost like we forget why we made countries and tribes and societies in the first place. And I think part of that, which is into the second point, is fear. People are so paranoid and afraid, not only of their own survival because they're disconnected from everyone else, because it's pushed as the American dream or individual freedom, but it's more of just individual survival and survival of the fittest, which won't last long. It'll end in some way, as history has always shown survival of the fittest ends in some way, in which society was created in the first place to end survival of the fittest, but to group each other to help each other out. But also paranoid of other people. I meet so many people that are so anxious and afraid of other people, thinking that something wrong is going to happen to them, or someone is going to wrong them or do them harm. It is actually insane, like the amount of times that people have told me that they are afraid. And I think fear can be from our media and from just a lack of support in our economy or in our societal structures to uplift people that have fallen out of place or can't get into a good position on their own. And because we're paranoid, we just push them away and increase these people that make us afraid or do manic or crazy things, and there is no structure to lift them up. The government has kind of failed in that point, and so has society, because if the government helps them, people will just mock the government. And if another person helps them, it will be one in like 100,000 that will probably even think about doing that. Most likely a Christian, because Christians, their whole belief is on a moral love thy neighbor, help each other, which is the whole foundation of society, is to be moral. And the third problem is just greed. Just greed. So much greed has destroyed society. It's insane how I have seen in my lifetime properties go from $200,000 to $400,000, which is just insane. The spike, it's been like 5 years that I've seen it just go whoosh, up like that. And I'm like, what makes them so expensive? It's the same house, it's the same property. There's a lot of land, but like just because somebody owns that, they get to decide the market. Like it's insane. Like you're just pushing the lower class out of society and making a new lower class. It's just going to be a repetitive cycle of destruction. And I don't understand why well, I do understand that greed actually comes from two things: boredom and fear, and that uh stylized or luxury is more of a high class thing and more expensive thing, and everyone works to get these things. But at the end of the day, they're just materialistic things. They're not going to matter as much as people think they do, because when they get them, it's just a thing. And then it just leaves you whole and empty, and you keep collecting more things to distract you from the very big thing, which is again fear, going back to fear, that we're all going to die one day. Dying with more stuff is going to do nothing for anyone. So it's like the conclusion that I've come up with is that we live for each other in society, but no one sees it that way. And I'm so confused as why no one is helping one another out or knowing that they live for other people. And it would probably give life a lot more meaning and value. But that's all I have to say.